The political crisis in Romania deepens as tens of thousands demand the second round of annulled presidential elections. The protest in Bucharest was organized by far-right parties that failed to unseat the government in a no-confidence vote. Their candidate, Calin Gerogescu, had emerged as a frontrunner before the Constitutional Court scrapped the results, citing electoral violations and alleged Russian interference. Protesters accused the pro-EU government of stealing their votes and claimed they no longer trust authorities to hold fair elections. Last week, prosecutors opened an investigation into Gerogescu, accusing him of supporting fascist groups, inciting actions against the constitution, and making false claims about campaign financing. Gerogescu, who denies the charges, joined the protest and told his supporters that oligarchs were trying to block his candidacy. A lot to unpack there. Political analyst Mihai Isak joins us now to discuss this in more details. Great to have you with us again on Across the Balkans. I mean, seeing tens of thousands of people coming out to support Calin Gerogescu, I mean, how would you describe this current situation in Romania?
Of course, it's a tense political situation in Romania, but we also must look this manifestation from the 1st of March as a sign of protest against the old political class in Romania. The tens of thousands of people who are gathered from all around Romania and from the important Romanian diaspora from European Union is a sign that the population wants some change. But unfortunately, we can see that this wave, this desire for change has been monopolized by populistic parties who are using people's desire for a better life to impose themselves at the front of Romania. And we can see in these manifestations some groups who are asking for Romanians, for Romania to get out of the European Union, or for Romania to get out of NATO. And of course, we can also see the Romanians' desire for peace being monopolized by the Russian propaganda, and some politicians are asking for peace in Ukraine, but without naming the aggressor, the Russian state. So it's a tense situation. As you well know, we have presidential elections in May. And now
yes,
we see
I do want to bring in presidential elections now. So, I want to go back to Gerogescu. How will this criminal probe, will it be used as a pretext to block his candidacy? What is his future? Is he even going to be a candidate in May?
He wants to be a candidate in May. He gathered the necessary signatures from the people. The Romanian security services and Romanian police are continuing the inquiries in Mr. Gerogescu's close groups of as political associates. And we've seen even today some actions by the Romanian police against the people who helped sponsor Mr. Gerogescu's political campaign. He announced himself as a candidate for the presidential elections, but of course we can expect that the Romanian Constitutional Court could make a decision regarding his participation in the presidential elections. In the last presidential elections in the winter, the Romanian Constitutional Court has forbidden the participation of Diana Șoșoacă, another member of Romanian Parliament, which
yes, but Mihai, let me jump in here for international audience. What are the evidences that Romanian authorities have that Gerogescu actually breached the law during the campaign?
These probes are gathered as we speak. It's because Mr. Gerogescu's campaign used Bitcoin and other parallel ways of financing its campaign. It has proven hard for the police to present public probes in this sense, because, as you know, is the secret of the police inquiry. But Romanian secret services, Romanian police have presented this evidence to the Romanian Constitutional Court and other justice and other justice courts who have taken the decision to annul the presidential election from the last winter. We have a lot of speculation in the Romanian media. We have seen some telephonic exchanges between Mr. Georgescu and some of its close allies, including Romanian mercenary Mr. Potra, and they are discussing a way of influencing Romania's future.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, these are all speculations, Mihai. I think that's the reason why we've seen a lot of concerns coming, not just from Romania. We've heard from J.D. Vance as well, the U.S. Vice President, a couple of weeks ago, also coming out in support of these, let's say, far-right groups, although some of them say they are conservative groups. But let's call them groups that organized these massive demonstrations in support of Calin Gerogescu. So how will all this impact Romania's position inside the EU, having in mind all that's going on with the talks on ending the Ukraine war?
J.D. Vance used Romanian situation to attack European Union as a whole, because as you've seen, J.D. Vance has used the Munich conference as a staging ground to attack European Union's democracies and integrity. But many countries from the European Union, like France, Italy, Spain, the Dutch Kingdom and the Nordic states have been very close with the Romanian authorities during these times. There are official statements regarding the support for the Romanian authorities when we are talking about Russian interference in the political process in Romania. We can see this kind of attacks by Mr. Vance or by Mr. Elon Musk as a way of presenting Romania as an example for other authorities in Europe. But let's not forget that Romania is a close ally of America in the Black Sea region, and we also have a couple of thousands of American soldiers.
Yes, Mihai, let me jump in. I know all that, but now you have, you know, the vice president and Trump's close allies practically emboldening the other side. I mean, the groups who are more pro-Russian groups and who are supporting different stance, not just on Ukraine, on NATO as well. So what would you say? What is it that Romanians actually want? If Calin Gerogescu came out as a front runner?
He came as a front runner in the first round of presidential elections. A lot of Romanians voted for Mr. Georgescu because they wanted to vote against the old political system. It was a powerful protest vote as a component in the vote for Mr. Georgescu. And as you well said, Mr. Vance is emboldening these groups. But when we speak about continuing Romanian membership of the European Union and NATO, most Romanians want that Romania maintain this status, because Romania is a very grateful country for the European Union for its economic growth in the last almost two decades. But of course, we have seen this kind of alliance between different populist and far-right parties in Romania. As you all know, this is not only in Romania the current trend, but across Europe. And of course, the social media is used by these groups very
Okay.
They are intensively used for propaganda and to reach the Romanian electorate.
Mihai, thanks so much for explaining all this. We'll keep an eye on Romania. A lot is going on, especially in the times of these big shifts inside the EU. Thanks so much again.